Hello guys, hello Meta, hello YouTube, hello Rumble. I am your host, TikiTalk, Tate. And I'm joined with these members of... I'm going fucking pirate now. I'm joined by these members of Hustlers University.
Yeah, I'm Captain Kroos. Yeah. How can I beat that? I'm just a Ghostbuster.
Ghostbuster!
Yeah, Ghostbuster. Yeah.
We had some Premier League action for the top G's, top strikers. And who is the top striker is Almiron.
Okay, that's it. We can't do it.
Yeah, we can't keep it out for much longer, to be honest. But yeah, happy Halloween, everyone. It's a spooky set. You're enjoying the set. We've got some skulls. We've got some cobwebs. We've got a yar. We got Neymar. Right, yeah, let's crack on. So, biggest game of the weekend, probably my team. I'd probably say, in terms of, well, it wasn't even a shock. We get slapped up by random teams on the reg these days. We're quite Arsenal these days, but not your Arsenal. You know, the normal Arsenal we're used to laughing at. Shocker. Potter was hounded out by them. They were giving him a lot of dog's abuse, which I didn't really completely get. And they gave Cucurella a load of abuse. I was like, I'm not going to lie, lads. We gave you 60 million for him. It's a lot for how he's performing. It's a lot. I do like him, but they should be quite grateful for that. I thought it was a bit unfair to be booing him, but they were so up for it. And within 5 odd minutes, they were ahead, and they could have been ahead before that. To be honest, 4-1 didn't really flatter them. 2-0. They hadn't scored a corner all season, but Charity FC, we're here to help. And Conor Gallagher flicked it on. Ruben Loftus-Cheek sticks a knee out, makes it 2-0. We had a couple of chances to get back in the game, but I don't really believe in this side to get back in the game. They don't have the minerals. They're just not going to do something like that. So then it went 3-0. I didn't really get Potter's selection with the wing backs when you're playing a team like Brighton who are good out wide. Like, you know that Trossard is going to be a threat. Marsh had Cucurella on toast the whole time. Sterling wasn't tracking back at all, so he was left isolated completely.
Yeah, basically those wing backs.
It was just an odd selection, considering how well he knows Brighton. I didn't really get that.
It basically left like those wing backs weren't tracking back.
Yeah, so the centre backs were just so isolated.
Yeah, completely getting rinsed, getting dragged out of position. It was pretty great to see for me, to be honest.
I completely back that.
I know you love it when it happens to someone else, but we love to see an old manager or an old player come back to their club.
That's fair.
And slap you up.
Yeah. I just there were so many bits of the section I didn't really get as well with. Like, watching us, I know, and you can have the opinion that he's replacing and you want a different defensive midfielder, but like us without George never have any control. In any game that we don't play in, we always lack a bit of control. We lose the midfield battle. If you lose the midfield battle, games are always tough. And we did that, and it was tough. We got battered, to be honest. And then we made it 3-1, but at no point did I think they were going to get back in the game. There's not enough goals in that team. Scoring 3 goals in a game for us is like, oh my God, what's gone on there? Like, we must be playing against 10 men or something. And then they made it 4-1 right at the end. But yeah, it was a terrible game. Terrible way to spend a Saturday afternoon, to be honest.
Yeah, and like you say, it could have been more. Even at half time. Even at half time. I mean, from what I saw, Thiago Silva looked all over the shop. Yeah,
I mean, the first 5 minutes before they scored, he sort of gave the ball away and then cleared it off the line, so it a bit made up for it. But then the first goal came from Thiago. He just, if he's having a bad game, we're having a really bad game because he's usually one of the few that are on it. But we're missing. We've fallen apart since this lack of right back. He's our best player comfortably, and it's like creates everything for us, scores a lot of our goals, and then defends really well. So we're an absolute shambles at the moment. There's quite a few of them that are just like Sterling at the moment. It just keeps getting picked and keeps playing badly. And I feel for him a little bit in that he's not a wing back, but even when he's played in those other positions under Potter, he hasn't really been good. So I don't really get why he's consistently playing when quite a few others get dropped.
Yeah, and I mean, I think I was talking to one of our mates yesterday about this. I look at your team 1 to 11, and I'm not even just saying I don't think there's that many good players.
No, there aren't.
No, mate, I mean, you've got Reece James, who's really good.
Yep.
Thiago Silva, generally very good.
Yep.
I think Kovacic is really good.
Kovacic is really good, yeah.
After that, I'm struggling with...
I do like Koulibaly and Fofana. It's like...
Is he injured?
He's injured, yeah. So we've got four players that I'd pick in our first team when they're fit are all out. I mean, but Kante's always out, but you know what I mean? When he's fit, he's a good player to have.
Yeah, but in those forward positions...
Attacking-wise, like, you look at us and...
Aubameyang sort of suits your attack. He's just a bit like, gets a goal occasion here or there, but just kind of just shit. Like, as in he kind of sums it up quite well, I feel, when I look at Chelsea.
It's just a load of average like players.
Yeah.
I don't... look, I don't look. Nothing fills me with joy in that attack.
You have no confidence that you're going to create stuff.
A lot of them have played together for like years, and every time you watch them go on a pitch, it's like they've never played with each other. It's like they don't know where the other one's going to run. They don't ever play any little 1-2 where the other one does a give and go. Like nothing like that. They're just sort of it's as if they've never kicked a football together. It's so weird.
Yeah, and I totally agree about the wing backs. Pulisic and Sterling. You can probably get away with one of them at wing back, just as the balance of the team and stuff. But when you've got both of them playing wing back against a half decent team like Brighton, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it worked in Champions League in the week, and I'm not being overly critical of Potter because it's new and it's a long term thing, whatever. But something like that, I was like, that's very naive because you should know Brighton better than anyone does, and with Brighton. Down the middle, they're not that great. That's why Mopai never got the most amount of goals. Welbeck's the same, but like out wide, players like Trossard, they're a threat. So you nullify that. Why play wing backs that aren't going to track back? I just couldn't make sense of that as a decision. It was just odd.
There was a moment, I can't remember which goal it was. Was it the first one when Pulisic completely switched off and then he got played in behind? Was it the third one?
Yeah. For the own goal, yeah.
Yeah,
for the Chalobah one. Yeah, and it was just like that summed up exactly why he shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, bizarre. It was a spooky decision on the Halloween weekend from Potter, but. I'm at this point. I'm kind of like, get me to that World Cup when we get our players back because we got you next and Newcastle in the league, and I look at them and I'm like, it's tough. Like going to that Brighton game, I was thinking we have to win this because I don't see us beating either of those other teams purely because like the squad they got available just aren't good enough. Like if we had that squad for the rest of the season, they wouldn't get top 6.
No, I don't
chance.
think so.
No chance. Like with the players that are out are just too important. Like Reece is the main one, but yeah, even Koulibaly, like that back line just looks so weak. It looked atrocious.
Yeah, I was surprised that Azpilicueta didn't play.
You and me both. I just thought that game because they're good out wide, play Chile and Azpi, and like you might draw 0-0, but it's not disaster.
Yeah, you don't concede 4 goals. You would say
exactly. It was a weird choice and a poor performance. But you guys had a good one, 5-0, easy.
Yep, we were both there.
Nice.
Yeah, great.
Once again.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, we rinsed them from start to finish. We had a dodgy spell, probably second half of the first half.
Is that sort of after when Saka went off? Because when a big injury happens, there's a bit of a lull, isn't there?
And like we were like slicing clearances. Gabriel did Gabriel things.
My God,
did you see it?
Well,
he passed
Unfortunately, Sky, as much as you pay per month, they were like, no, fuck off. You're not having that game.
It's because they had the 2 Saturday nighters, didn't they? He passed it straight to Lingard about 10 yards out, and luckily someone, I think
Ben White blocked
it. But other than that, it was a pretty dominant performance. I mean, Forest are pretty crap, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, Liverpool made them look good, but they're doing that quite a bit, aren't they?
It didn't tell us much more about us, really.
No.
I think we were always going to turn them over.
You needed that. Like, it'd been, as far as the season's been, it was a tough week.
Yeah, it was definitely we needed as a result. I mean, I predicted 5-1 for the start of the game, but still, there was a bit of, there was an element of, okay, we've lost, we've drawn. Is the momentum?
It's a good opponent to have to need to get that out of the system.
Exactly. If you look at that, you're like, thank God we got Notts Forest. If it was like a tricky away game. Yeah, exactly.
Giving them away might have been a bit more.
Yeah, a bit more annoying. Yeah. But I mean, it'll be interesting to see against Chelsea away. To be honest, we have a must-win game at Zurich at home on Thursday. Oh, and I reckon it will still go relatively strong for that game because we do really need to win it to top the group. And
I thought PSV were good, by the way. Like in transition, I thought they were really good. They really impressed me. Considering it's like rude, it's quite weird seeing Van Nistelrooy as a coach. I thought in the week when they played you guys, they were pretty good.
No, they're decent. They're definitely a decent team.
That Sangare guy, I was like, you look a player.
Yeah, they seem like a decent enough team.
Because Europa group stage usually is a bit shit. I was just surprised. I thought they actually seemed like quite a good side.
Yeah, they get knocked out by, was it Rangers in the qualifying? They should have got through.
Yeah,
they were the favourite team, I think.
Yeah, they would have done better than Rangers did, I'm sure.
Rangers are on course for the worst ever group stage in history. I think if they concede 2 and lose, it's the worst ever.
That is impressive. Yeah,
that's unbelievable.
Going from Europa League finalists to that, it's just
I know
crazy. Isn't it?
I know it is mental. And they lost the final on pens as well. That's like the toss of a coin, really. But going back to us,
Partey scored a carbon copy of the
Spurs
one. It was
one.
literally the same goal, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think the crowd were baying him to shoot quite a lot in that game after the Spurs goal.
Yeah.
And that seems to be, if he actually, it's like that Yaya thing we spoke about last week, the side foot, so the wraps it in. When he tries to blast it, they go like left, right, and rhubarb. Yeah, not good. But it was good to see. So when Saka's coming off injured, we're thinking, he's going to bring on maybe Nketiah, put Jesus wide, Vieira. Yeah. The last person we were expecting to see come on was Reece Nelson.
Yeah, he was sort of a couple of years ago's flavour of the month, wasn't he?
And we were like, the mate that I was with, we were like, he's going to score because everything that Arteta is doing at the moment is just
work.
working. And he brought him on, 2 goals and an assist. He had to wait 2 years for his second and 3 minutes for his third. So
matching Sancho's total.
Yeah, Master Santos. So yeah, and I love an underdog story, and he's had to work extremely hard to get there.
Was he on loan or something in the last?
Yeah, he went on loan to
Feyenoord
as well, and Hoffenheim before back in the day. But yeah, he was supposed to be the next Sancho. Him and Sancho were
he was
tied.
more hyped than Saka when they were emerging.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then basically Saka came in, took his role. Sancho went on, did his things. Now it's come back and. Who knows? Nelson better than Sancho. I don't know. Anything could happen. But he looked good, to be fair. Like, I thought, an accomplished player. Nice goal. Sat 2 players down.
Yeah. Odegaard's goal was good as well.
Odegaard's goal was good. Yeah.
Yeah, he played well.
It was a good performance. I don't know. I mean, have you heard any more news about Saka's injury? Or
no, I was going to ask you that. What kind of thing was it?
It was a knock.
Yeah,
it was a knock more than a.
It looked like it.
It wasn't like off the ball where you're like, oh fuck.
No. It was one from Lodi in the first few minutes, and he managed to play another probably 20. So you think it shouldn't be.
So
too
it won't be
bad.
like World Cup out sort of thing.
Yeah.
Nothing like that.
Arteta said it shouldn't be.
Right, cool.
But who knows?
But,
Our players' injuries always seem to linger for ages.
Yeah, they have some undercut.
Although what's his name? Gabriel came off at PSV though, I suppose. Like, and he was starting, wasn't he?
He was starting. Yeah. No,
might not be
he's
too bad.
quite robust. But generally speaking.
Also, can we have a shout for Ben White? He's got to go onto the. I mean, obviously, you talk about it.
Oh mate, I'd get him on the plane.
Get him on that fucking
If
plane.
he's not on that plane, it's a travesty. I'm sorry.
If he's not on that plane, it's almost a sackable offence, really.
Yeah.
It almost says like Southgate, you haven't actually watched any football this season, have
But
you?
I see him all the games. He, like, as in Southgate, he's like he never goes to any Arsenal games. He's always away going to. I think it was in Newcastle and another game, United game. I'm like, why? Look at Ben White, great guy. He's honestly.
But and he can play a multitude of roles within systems that Southgate likes to play. So it's nonsensical for him not to take him. It would really, because he's up there this season in form. I know he's been playing right back, but like he's been one of the better players.
And also, he can actually pass a ball, which is something that a lot of our centre backs can't do. Yeah. As much as Maguire thinks he can pass a ball, he can't. So and like he's an unbelievable player on the ball.
Yeah, I think particularly with what's gone on with Walker and Reece getting injured as well, it's like no-brainer.
Yeah,
absolute no-brainer.
In that right of a 3, he is the best player that we have.
He's going to put though,
and I'd argue if I mean he'll probably play Shaw at left back, Trippier at right back if he played a 4. But if Shaw wasn't available for whatever reason, like stick Trippier left back, you play Ben White in the right back role.
Ben White's probably been the best right back in the league this season, other than Trippier. They've probably both been. I'd say so. Yeah, but he's not played enough games. He's not played enough games.
Yeah.
But I'd say those two, the Trippier and Ben White, have been the 2 standouts this season. I would say.
Yeah, he's been good. He's been very good. But yeah, we touched on it briefly in terms of Forest having an upset last week. It's becoming not an upset. Last week we were discussing what point do you write Liverpool off?
They're gone as now.
You got to write them off.
I think you have to write them off.
Mate, they're fucking cooked.
For the top 4, they're done out.
They're cooked. Like, do you know how many points I read actually? Someone tweeted it rather. I thought it was really interesting. So the next, I think it's 24 games. If they have to win 19 of them, let's say they win 19, which would be impressive. That would match Spurs' tally last season for 4th. That's how much work they have to do, and that's crazy, isn't it? Like it's not like Spurs were an amazing team last season. That wasn't like a ridiculous points tally, and they would have to win 19 out of 24.
That's a lot.
And then they don't look good enough to do that. They flat
don't.
out are not good enough to be doing that.
They looking shy, and so is Gomez, as we called.
We did call that. He's not getting on the plane. I mean, it was a lovely pass.
If he gets on the plane over Ben White, I'm going to be raging.
Yeah, that is fully.
But that would be like, Gomez, he plays for Liverpool. Let's get him in.
It wouldn't make any sense. But yeah, Liverpool, they really struggled. I mean, Curtis Jones, I thought was pretty shocking. There was a lot of them that were shocking. Nunez was doing Nunez things, makes an all right run, but. Can't control the football.
So bad, man.
Yeah, he hit the post in it as well, yeah. Did he?
Win that game, or was it? I know he scored in the week, but I can't remember him hitting the post. I know Leeds hit the bar early on to almost make it 2-1 after Salah equalised. I thought even Salah scored, but he didn't really do anything after that, did he?
No, I mean, Liverpool had... They say Melia had a great game. They didn't make like many really big chances, I felt, Liverpool. They had like half
It was
decent
Nunez
chances.
had like 2 kind of one-on-one-ish things.
Yeah. And Melia did play really well, but I didn't think that they were like that good chances.
Yeah, well, considering Bamford had a good chance before they made it 2-1.
Yeah, he's kicked, isn't he, really?
Oh, yeah, the bad first touch.
Yeah,
first touch.
It's that trim.
It's the trim. It's the trim.
But Melia, that, Lloris wouldn't be saving all 9 shots. Let's put it like that.
That's true.
No,
That's
it's true. And Manyan's out, so maybe start Millier.
Yeah. I also want to say Leeds. I'm loving this Jesse Marsch heel turn. If you don't know what a heel turn is, it's like turning from a good guy to a bad guy. He's like, I'm fed up of losing. I've never lost this much in my career. And he was like, I want to win. And I don't know. I think he's like, no more Mr. Nice Guy anymore. He's thrown out the window.
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
No more.
Yeah, he is.
He's literally.
Listen up, buddy.
Yeah.
Kloppy.
And even like the celebration when they went 2-1, it was a bit of sauce.
Yeah, it was a weird combo, wasn't it? It was almost like he gave it and then went for a.
Yeah, it was a bit weird.
Yeah, I don't know. It felt
like,
it felt a bit. Was it forced or? I mean, it's natural to go nuts, but it was just a weird way of going nuts.
Mate,
I mean, the limbs look fantastic.
His heel turn, mate. It's Jesse Marsch the Hill. I'm telling you.
I like it.
Yeah, I called it a few weeks ago. He's pissing me off. His vibe is just pissing me off, and he still annoys me. I don't know why.
I like. He's changed his character. He was like the annoying nice guy. Now he's going to be like the dickhead annoying guy. Which I appreciate that character more.
Fair enough. We can all relate to a Hill a bit more, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought Nonta kind of impressed me. Little guy for Leeds.
Ganotto.
The sort of short, stocky guy.
Yeah. Like the way he kept it alive for the goal. There's like 3 people around him. He's just sort of just a bit of skill and then just whacks it into the box.
He was massive.
Miscontrols it, passes it. What are we going to go with?
Yeah,
I suppose. But then Somerville took it so well.
Yeah, it's a lovely little poked finish.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
He loves last minute winners as well.
It is easier when you got a centre back that just looks at you.
Yeah. What's he doing, mate?
Get him out of fucking conversations with my JT. Like, sorry, this bloke he wants to just watch people have a strike.
What's happened to Van Dijk?
he believed in his own aura that people would just back off him, and then suddenly everyone's kind of gone. Hang on, that's what you do, isn't it? I'm just going to take you on. Shoot.
And he doesn't actually know what to do. It's kind of
what
mad.
was he doing? And
he's not good on his back foot. He's
doesn't
like,
engage.
Yeah.
Didn't engage at all. It was pretty mad. Well, not mad to see because we've seen it a few times. But yeah, he took it really well. I thought Somerville.
And Somerville, another last minute winner. That could be his trademark. That could be his thing.
Yeah, I know it was scenes in that away end. It was great limbs and a great result, and it was the only result of the weekend I enjoyed basically, because Spurs managed to dig their way out of a hole, didn't they?
Yeah,
that was nice. I seen them 2-0 down. I was like, "Cool, we're playing shit." At least they're losing to Bournemouth.
Oh, I was watching it like I was rubbing my hands together. I was like, "This is amazing."
What weekend is
I know.
Yeah.
Just Bournemouth.
they are just holding on though. This Spurs. I'm kind of like, when you
they had a bad
shit,
week before that. Obviously, Champions League. We can touch on this because that was fun watch, wasn't it, on Wednesday night?
Oh, it was mega.
Well, I had the BT Goal Show on, so I had that going on while Atletico was also going on. And obviously, at Atletico, where it was like the game, they did the Brighton United thing where the game ended. They brought it back for a pen, but then pen saved, rebound hits the bar, and then another rebound hits Atletico's own player and goes over, so it leaves them going out. That was mad. But
that
then
was
you had Spurs. And I could see them all going all nuts. And as it happened, I thought, he might be off, though. He might be off. What did we think? Did you think it was off? Because I thought everyone was saying, we've played it backwards. He's played it backwards. I was like, yeah, but he's ahead of everyone. He's ahead of everyone, so he's off.
Yeah, playing it backwards is not the law.
Yeah, because everyone was bringing up the debate of, this is the final line for VAR. This is where football died. And I thought, this isn't where football died. There's been loads of VAR decisions that have been horrendous. This is bad because it's a last-minute winner and you're upset. But it was like quite obviously the right decision.
Also, Spurs of the team have benefited the most from VAR. They love a VAR.
Yeah, they weren't worrying about it when people's hair was getting yanked out their head.
Nope.
No, that wasn't when VAR destroyed football. But I just thought that one, I mean, it was, from a biased point of view, it was fun to see. But I just thought as a decision, it wasn't... I enjoyed the ref. I know he sent off Conte, but they were all screaming at him, and he was just going, "It's offside."
Yeah,
it's offside.
He's like, "What do you want me to do?"
Yeah.
No, I agree. I thought it was offside. If you can probably debate where they draw the lines and all that stuff, but as the law goes, he's in front of the ball, and
I think people were confused because it hit one of their players.
Yeah, but then that's not a deliberate play on the ball, so it's like a deflection.
Do you think it should be offside, like playing the ball backwards and then it hitting there and play? Like, do you think that should be offside? Or?
The intent was to play.
Yeah.
The pass was shit. He shouldn't be benefiting from the pass being shit. But I'm not someone who advocates for VAR. I don't think it's. I think it's done more harm to our game than good. I know people say they get more right decisions, but the problem is actually the officials in charge. And while they're shit, while we don't have Mr. X, as we brought up in the previous episodes,
we've still got VAR.
You might as well be able to enjoy your goals and not have to worry about, is it offside? Is there this? Is there a little handball? Is there? I don't want to have to worry about that. But yeah,
for now we still have VAR.
Yeah, we have VAR. But yeah, that shit pass was done by Emerson Royale, and I found it interesting that a 2-0 Emerson Royale came off and then they won the game. Is that a correlation?
Mate, the fact that he's still playing games is
it's weird how Conte's sort of really doubled down on him, hasn't he?
He needs to just play Perisic every game, right wing back. Just do it. Lucas
Spence-
Moura.
Where's Spence?
Lucas Moura. Anyone. Spence. Anyone.
Yeah,
Doherty. Anyone.
What is this thing with Spence? That's like a full message to the board. Like, I didn't sign this guy.
Yeah.
Has to be.
It's got to be. I mean, like, why is Doherty not playing?
He's shit though.
Yeah, but he's not as bad as Emerson Royale.
Spurs fans agree. I know Spurs fans agree that like Emerson Royale is just a liability.
He's terrible.
Yeah,
You
but
should
they did manage to get it done, didn't they?
Yeah.
The one bad thing, and then this is another thing I think Spurs fans will agree. Why Bentancur ran to the right, I don't know. Because the away fans are in the other corner, in that end.
Oh yeah,
He could have had absolute scenes and like limbs of the camera, and he went the other way. I was like, what are you doing? You've turned a 2-0 game 3-2 in the last minute.
He's gone.
I was say also the fact that Bournemouth conceded 2 set pieces, that's kind of dead. Like you'd hate that. Like if you're at the bottom.
Spurs are scoring a lot of set pieces, though, aren't they?
Yeah, they're quite a flick on at the near post, and Kane comes in.
Mate,
With Newcastle, that was the goal, wasn't
They're
it?
basically Stoke nowadays anyway, aren't they? So you've got to have to fucking do set pieces and sit back. That's all they got, really.
Yeah, they're Stoke. Apart from, I think Bentancur is actually a really good player.
I really like Bentancur. Yeah, I get Cover kind of vibes in how he brings the ball forward.
I think he's up there with kind of most underrated players this season, I reckon.
Their Juve signings were fantastic, by the way, generally. You look at those 2 players, and they were quite cheap for what they were.
Yeah.
They were really good business.
Yeah, Kulusevski, it's a shame for them that he's injured at the moment.
Yeah, because he's great.
Yeah.
He's their creative outlet completely. But yeah, they managed to get the job done, Spurs. It was a big result for them. And with City earlier on, that wasn't a great game, but there was no Haaland, and that's probably why it wasn't a great game.
Yeah, KDB stepped up.
He did. Brilliant free kick. Sort of knuckleball.
Ridiculous free kick.
I'm surprised that
It took that to beat Danny Ward on that day.
I know.
he's good now, though, Dan Ward. But honestly, he's a good player. Get me a fancy, boys. Honestly.
Oh, speaking of fantasy, I was raging before. I had the worst day on Saturday. Obviously, my club was shit, but and around 10:30 in the morning, I was like, oh, okay, I've done my mount out for Zaha, which didn't really do anything anyway. But I was like, okay, let's look at what the early team news. And it was coming out. The phone wasn't starting. I was like, fucking hell, 2 weeks in a row. I'm going to have to sell you, Phil. And that was about 52 past 10. I logged into FPL, and then they just wouldn't let me do it.
Yeah, site crashed, didn't it?
And then it meant that I left because it took all my time. Haaland was still my captain, so I think sorry, I have 2 accounts. So one of them I managed to transfer Phil out, or no, I didn't. One of them I managed to change the captaincy to Kane, which didn't do anything, and transfer Phil out to Odegaard. But the other account I wasn't able to do it because it crashed. So I was fuming.
2 accounts. Ooh, mate.
Yeah.
You're going to get them banned.
Are you
not allowed to do that?
banned?
Not allowed to do that?
I always pick the exact same teams.
Oh my god. And you're like high up, so like you're blocking me to get in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, now I've got 2 teams that are quite high up. So it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. But it's going to revert back to normal after this week, which means I'm like 1 transfer behind. But yeah, I was absolutely raging, to be honest. But yeah, City got the job done. Edison made a good save from Tielemans.
Interesting.
unreal.
Pep said about KDB, saying that he's been performing stinky recently, and that it was actually he said that he played really well today, but not been doing good enough for him in recent games.
It's got to be mind games
Yeah, I was going to say,
thing,
it's
isn't
a
it?
bit harsh. More than you'll believe. More than you'll
Surely.
believe I'm happy.
He's
It's a bit like when he says, they're so good.
Yeah.
He doesn't really mean it.
This is the best performance we have ever had. They just lost to 3-2 home to Palace. Yeah.
Or just like saying a team that he's lost, he's just smashed 4-0. Going, they're so
that,
good.
Yeah.
that
They are
Napoli
incredible.
one, yeah.
Too. They are
Napoli's
incredible.
so good, 4-0.
Yeah, but I still think we said Ballon d'Or for next year. I'm still sticking with KDB. I think KDB is going to win the Ballon d'Or.
World Cup will help maybe a Neymar or maybe a Messi last week. Do you know what I mean? Because Belgium, with that clown in charge, they're just not going to do anything. are they?
That's true. Or Mbappe, maybe, if he has like an unreal
That World Cup
second
can
half.
always boost it. Like Modric won it, didn't he? Really.
Yeah, that was a fraud.
That.
That was fraud.
Ooh.
Fortunate. But yeah, it just was a bit. It was like watching City last year, basically, without Haaland, wasn't it? It was just not as good.
Alvarez was a bit quiet. I didn't know he was on the
Yeah,
pitch.
he was. He wasn't loud.
And Grealish was back to his old ways, kind of stinking up.
Not been brave enough. But his nemesis
His nemesis.
is in the form of his life, Almiron. he's doing absolute bits. And Newcastle had another great week. 4-0. Callum Wilson get him on that plane. He almost bagged a hat trick, hit the bar in the last, dying embers of the game. But yeah, they just can't.
Almiron loves just cutting on the left.
What a goal that was! It was messy.
Yeah.
He's scoring bangers every week.
Yeah.
He's what Pepe should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cutting on the left and
Or
banging.
he's like Mahrez when City
Yeah.
when
Leicester
Leicester won the
vibes.
league. It's
Yeah.
like it's unbelievable because that guy was a proper
He was crap.
meme clown. Like everyone was like, this guy's a joke.
Play like Almiron.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And now he's just scoring bangers every week.
And it is every week. He's a must-have in FPL. I mean, when I looked at the transfer, I went to put Almiron in, but I've actually got a triple Newcastle defence, so I couldn't.
You want 4 Newcastle players. That shows
Mate,
you
the
how...
last few weeks, they've actually been doing bits for me.
Yeah, they've been smashing it.
Yeah,
They've been...
Botman's solid. Should be starting for Holland. He's class. And then
Trippier, Trippier got some
that
points.
Move from the Wilson second goal was great, wasn't it? Sort of like short corner, a little back heel, Trippier back post, head of Wilson. Straight from the training ground. There's
a real fight for that England spot strikers, isn't there? Wilson's looking. I mean,
Wilson, Tony.
Yeah, Tony, Kane. Abraham.
I think you leave him at home for when you got those two in top form.
Jay Rodriguez as well. He's got a couple.
Jay Rodriguez.
He had a shout. Remember he got injured when he got his ACL. He was supposed to go up to the Euros, maybe.
Oh god, that was a bleak time.
Yeah,
it was a very bleak time. But Villa, what did you make of Emery not being in the dugout? Was that a tactical decision because Newcastle are in such good form? They thought, do you know what? Start next week.
Give them an easier game to start with.
I don't know.
But yeah, why? Has anything been said about that?
No, because it was long enough that he could have taken charge of it, right?
Oh, it was
odd. I was like, have you done that because they're being really good?
It was on the night that we recorded the pod. It was Monday night.
Yeah, we knew about it last pod.
Yeah.
So the fact that he wasn't in charge. Yeah, we just predicted it. Yeah, but the fact that we weren't, we're smart.
Nice.
The fact that he wasn't in charge just made me think, have they just tactically done that just to give him a bit of a nicer start?
Have they got someone stinky next? Maybe. I don't actually know they're playing next.
I feel like it.
It'll be a home game.
Like it's United at home.
It'll be a home game.
I feel like it might be United.
That's interesting.
But yeah, United, they had a good result. Another United with a good result.
Yeah, we're pinging around.
Yeah, they 1-0.
That was a dry game until the last 10.
Yeah, I mean, De Gea clearly pissed off with his omission from the Spain 55-man squad.
Mental.
My boy Kepa is in there.
It's
nuts. De Gea not in it.
To be fair, De Gea is stinking for Spain. He is literally cursed when he plays for Spain.
That 2018 World Cup was actually the death of De Gea, I always felt. But he was always incredible. He was great up to a point. That World Cup happened when he chucked Ronaldo's in, and then he just never was the same,
I swear that the Euros for that, he was shit. The World Cup for that, he was shit. He's been terrible for you. Every time he puts that Spain shirt on.
Did they start Simon?
Yeah, they did in Euros,
ahead of Sanchez and Raya. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kepa to start.
And there's Kepa, and then there's a guy who plays for Getafe who's also there, but he can't be better than De Gea.
Yeah, I don't know. De Gea is like just good shot stopper though, and then not a lot else. But he was saving some great shots. I mean, there was Zuma had a header. Bowen, there was one cleared off the line by Maguire. I don't know if it was on purpose, but I thought Maguire had a good game.
Yeah, Maguire looked good. You know, he'll probably start because Southgate loves him, so it's good that he's got some minutes.
He's had one good game, so now Southgate's like, look, see?
100%. That is the game that's going to start him in the
first
game.
How can I pick Ben White ahead of that?
Yeah, no, literally. Look what he can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's blocked one shot. No, he played well.
He did play well, and so did Dallo, who Neville was spunking.
He was creaming
Neville
his pants.
all game was going, Dallo.
Yeah.
The whole time I was like, mate, he's winning a lot of back post headers. But
as a fellow right back, I can't win anything in the back post. So maybe I've learned something to jump early, but I can't actually jump. So
maybe that's why I never had a great appreciation, I suppose, because he's a right back. And the
100%.
improvement in Dallo has been significant. He does look a lot better this season.
He's been really good. He's been really, really good. But and then a man who's probably been the most improved across the first few games of the season is Martinez.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
El Bucho.
Yeah, I really like him. The way he breaks lines in his passing, I think he's really good on the ball. Good and aggressive. I mean, he dealt with Skamaka as well as you possibly could.
Yeah, I feel like he doesn't get found out anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like I keep thinking like, oh, someone's going to just like pin up against him or something. But no, he doesn't get found out. When was the last time he got found out in a game?
Yeah, the Brentford game, which was ages
ago.
Basically,
yeah.
He's good. He's definitely. I mean, Arsenal linked to him. He's a great signing.
Yeah, you guys were going to play him at left back, weren't you?
Yeah,
which makes sense because he's very good on the ball.
Yeah, and I think he's such an unnecessary bastard.
Yeah,
like
he'll
just walk past someone and just like proper give him a shoulder. Like the ball's off for a throw in. It's been off for like 10 seconds, and he'll just for no reason just dig into them.
He's an obvious fan favourite.
Like, you would love him.
You're always going to love him. You would love him. Proper shithouse. But yeah, he's a really good player.
And Rashford on the up too.
Yeah,
Ronaldo header.
It was a Ronaldo header.
That was like a salmon, wasn't it? It was a great header.
He did leap salmonish.
It was some ball from Eriksen.
Yeah,
it's mad how he just died. And
he died.
You watch him and you go, "Oh, you're still Eriksen."
No, he's back to
that
life,
was a bouncing ball, and he hit that. That is disgusting technique, like unreal. And then Rashford just flying in like that.
Ronaldo-esque. Ronaldo was. He stinks, doesn't he?
His knees look gone.
There was about a 3-minute spell in the second half where he was just slicing chances wide and heading it just like fanny headers. It was just like.
Well, the amount of times as well you see he drops deep and you're like, you don't have the legs to do that, man. Just stay there. Just stick up there. Like, I don't know, like, you know, when United sort of had like Ibra, they would do that. Ronaldo, he'd stick to the box. That's all you need to do now. You're at the age where you can't drop deep. You can't really be involved in that kind of stuff because you're not going to catch up.
I still think he's going to score at least 3 in the World Cup.
Who have they got? It depends who they got in their group. Guess we'll find out.
No idea.
But
on Rashford, so how do you reckon he features for England and stuff?
Great sub option. Against a high line, very good option as well.
You reckon he's kind of one of the first you call on off the bench?
Yeah.
On current form?
I think if it's Saka Foden battle and if only one's starting, it's probably Foden or Saka on first.
I'd start both of them. Why would you start Sterling at the moment? I know he plays well for him. No, I'm sorry, the way he's playing, like you can't just
because Southgate just sticks.
I know he will, but if we're all going on form, like okay, you play Saka and Foden, then Foden stinks it up because he doesn't do anything for England, so you bring Rashford on. That's just how I'd see it.
No, I'm the same. Yeah, I'd play both of them. Yeah, and then Rashford.
For me, you can't not start those two ahead of the others,
and then Reece Nelson on as well.
He didn't make the 55. It's a joke.
He scored 2 against Notts Forest. For fuck's sake!
Look, one good game is enough for some.
Yeah,
yeah. But yeah, West Ham. I thought Deckers was really good. Really good.
He's always good, man. He's just got a good all-round game.
Yeah, mate.
He's becoming like a really proper top-class player.
Where's he going this summer? That's the question.
Well, we obviously need a midfielder, and he's obviously a Chelsea fan, and it makes so much sense. Like we won't be getting him.
Yeah. If you don't get him, and you probably won't, as you say, because it makes too much sense.
It makes far too much sense.
Then it'll be a bit of a travesty.
He's
exactly what you need.
Is he coming home? To the Emirates.
Him and Partey in midfield. That's a bit disgusting.
That'd be very solid.
Yeah, it'd be meaty as hell.
I don't think you'd do that though, the way you play, unless you change the way you play.
But I reckon he's quite malleable, isn't he? Like
he could turn into the Xhaka.
Yeah,
in the way that we've turned Xhaka into this like.
Deckers could play that role.
Break the lines.
I think the best of him though is that just sort of sat in 6.
But you could get.
He's
never know.
So
though.
much to his game.
Yeah,
though.
Yeah, he does. Oh mate, he's class. I'm a big fan of Deckers. It just wouldn't make any sense for us not to sign him.
It's agreed.
Even Liverpool, when I look at Fabinho, I think how cooked he looks. Liverpool should be all over that.
Yeah, Man United as well.
Yeah.
Casemiro, him would be good. Like, there's loads of teams that could do with Deckers.
Keep McTominay
he's
there for
ages. City and just chill on the bench. I don't think he's that guy though.
Nah, he won't go to
I think Deckers wants to start if he goes somewhere big. I don't think he wants to just be
he
like,
start, become the captain one day. Yeah. That's it. That's his kind of character, I think.
Come to the Chelsea Deckers. Need to do it. Bloke who's grown up as a season ticket holder and you're not going to sign him and he's world class. That's just perfect. It's so perfect.
He loves Mount as well.
Yeah, exactly.
He does love Mount.
But everyone loves Saka. People do love Saka too.
I don't like Saka. He's a little diving cheat. Like the country.
But the England players like him.
Saka, he let the country down.
Oof.
He let the country down. That's what he did.
He'll redeem it. World Cup.
Well, I hope so. But yeah, we had... what other games did we have? Palace, Southampton. That's a bit of a snooze, isn't it?
1-0, wasn't it?
Southampton are a bit shit. Palace, well done. We like Palace.
We like Pat. You know, the thing is, they should be part of the league. They've
got great home form.
Yeah.
Under Vieira in general, like from the start of last season, I read they've only lost to like the top 6 and one other team.
I'll tell you what as well, got to call out XG Adams living up to his name. 2 1-on-1 misses. And what else he missed? He missed a 1-on-1. I can't remember. There was something else as well he missed, like a hit the post or something as well.
Yeah.
He was just terrible. He was XR.
Yeah, I don't think there's much to say on the game. I can't say I've seen it in depth, just sort of the goal, but
no.
Good result for Palace.
As they still looking good, basically, yeah.
As per, mate. Yeah, a bit too... He's in the 55, isn't he? But yeah, I don't know if he'll be on the plane, sadly.
No, he was there. He was going to get the call up before he did his cruise shirt. He was
Euros.
He literally was in the next squad, and then he did his thing. So
yeah,
shame.
But we had Brentford Wolves, which had some bangers, to be honest.
It had some unexpected and some very expected moments, I would say.
Yeah, I would say so. And one first time ever, which was very expected, but we'll get on to that.
It was expected, although unfamiliar.
Yeah, first goal, Ben Mee. I mean, do you know what? It reminded me of the first time you and me met, to be fair, the finish.
Mate, you scored...
It was the same finish as me.
You scored...
Ben Mee did my finish.
For anyone who doesn't know, Tobes scored in an indoor tournament when we were...
2010.
We were
a long time
13... ago. Long throw-in from one of our mates, and it's come into the box, and this man has scissor-kicked it into the side netting, and it was a beauty. Yeah, it was a beauty.
It was. That tournament was a robbery, though. Just for context, no one gives a shit, but we had a goal ruled out in the final because the goal collapsed because it was such a good goal. and they said, we can't count that because the goal's broken. Like, what the fuck? That doesn't even make sense.
That is robbery.
That's where they need VAR.
Yeah,
yeah.
Mr. X.
There was
they
no
do all that.
VAR at the under-13 seven-a-side tournament. But yeah, it was a great goal for me.
I've always thought Ben Mee was like Ryan Shawcross. Like that's my like.
Yeah, I mean,
and then
he is.
but then he gets up like that, fucking does a little bitey or scissor kick sort of vibe,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, what the fuck, Ben Mee?
Yeah, it was,
Here we go,
it's
sign
pretty
him in.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Bring him
finish,
on
isn't
the plane. Get him in. He's not
Yeah,
in the
get
55,
him
is he?
Get him on with Shawcross. No, he can't be. But yeah, it was a mad finish. But then, like you said, very expected one. Ruben Neves doesn't score bad goals, does he?
Is he their top goal scorer?
Oh,
Probably
he has to
What,
be.
2 or something?
Yeah,
Three.
we've said it week 3 or 4. Pass, Ruben Neves long shot.
Or Zhao, and they did one with Zhao as well. They took a corner and he went for the Scholes volley.
Yeah.
And he went just past the post.
Literally, like, it's those two taking shots from outside the box, and without that, they're toast because their centre forward doesn't score many goals.
No, although he had carved out a couple chances for himself and couldn't beat the keeper, and that led to his frustration. And it was the first ever Premier League red card for Diego Costa.
Wow.
3 and a bit years it took, but he finally got a Premier League red card.
He gets everyone else sent off, but not himself.
Yeah, I mean, it's a delightful headbutt.
Like, it's
He
basically
basically went, do you know what, fuck this.
yeah, he did. Like, it's right at the end of
It's
the
right
game.
at the end of the game. It's 1-1. It's not even a shocker. Result.
No, and they don't have any forwards, but he thinks I'm going to get 3-game ban. What are you doing, mate? You're so dumb.
I love him, man. It was just, it was prime Diego. But, yeah. And then you had another ex-Chelsea, who I was really impressed by. Willian walks into our team at the moment. I'm not even joking. I thought Fulham Everton. I was watching Willian. I was like, wow, he's still got a bit.
It's that short and trim, isn't it?
Yeah, it is the short. It's the trim. The trim's what's done it.
He's come back. He's eating well at his restaurant in London, and he's just playing well. That's it.
Yeah. Well, his mate David's just gone and won Copa Libertadores. So he's now a champion of South America and been a champion of Europe. So fair play,
Impressive.
David. It's good stuff.
Can't be many of them. That's a good quiz
No.
question.
Yeah, that's a good quiz question. But Fulham Everton was a bit of a stinker, wasn't it?
It was a bit of a stinker. There wasn't much to report. Mitrovic, he had the most shots by any player in a game this season. In
Really?
that game, yeah, double digits. He had 10, I think.
They are just so Mitro FC.
It's like he missed. As an FPL owner, it was a very frustrating watch because when they do that BPS, the bonus point system, he would have definitely been in the minus because he missed a lot of fucking chances. But yeah,
But not overly high XG, to be honest. It was
no, they were like
pretty tight
half
affair,
chances,
wasn't it?
but
Yeah.
like just missed. Yeah, wide. There wasn't much to report. It was
But
a
it could
pretty
have been
dead
worse
game.
from an FPL point of view. What did you make of the Mitrovic tackle? Off or
Orange.
orange? Frankfurt was a red, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't think it was a red. I thought it was orange.
It's a little
I could
bit.
see
It's a little
why.
bit naughty. But
Yeah, it could have been a leg breaker. Like it was bad enough that it could have been something like that, but it wasn't high enough that maybe you'd go straight for the red.
it's orange. We like an orange card over here.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
right on the cusp.
Yeah, but it was pretty snoozy.
it doesn't get overturned either way. That's the classic answer.
Yeah, if he gives it, it's
It's not
Well
getting.
said.
It's not getting overturned.
very well put. But that leads us to full circle in our Premier League coverage, and we have a new segment or a debuting segment or a Halloween segment. I'm actually not aware of what the segment is. to
So
be
the
fair.
segment is what I'm going to do. It's a blast from the past. I'm going to do
blast from the past.
I'm gonna. I'm just doing. I'm just gonna say names of footballers, and then you got to think of it in like a pun of like what it'd be in like. It's like Halloween. Like you change
Okay.
a football player's name to Halloween pun, basically.
All right.
Right.
So
these are going to be impossible. You know.
We're
they're gonna be-
we're gonna get none of
We're
them.
gonna have to cut loads of them out because they're gonna be really bad.
Yeah, they're going to be below the belt.
so
aren't they?
first one is Robin van Persie.
Oh mate, I'm clueless. Robin van Persie.
It's kind of like.
Can you give us like a clue? Or
Yeah, I'm
something?
trying to. I'm trying to think of clues, like something bloodsucky.
Robin van Persie.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice, nice.
Okay, we're
Nice.
just warming
Okay.
up.
I don't know why
Okay.
he's a pirate.
Yeah.
Robin van Persie.
Okay,
warming
so
up.
Yakubu. I can't even do this one. It's so funny.
Yakubu.
Is it Yuku Boo?
Nice, nice.
Yakubu? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay. This one is for the film lovers. So, Sylvain Distin.
Sylvain Distin.
Ignore the first name, just Distin, and it's off a film.
What's a spooky film?
Yeah, I'm just thinking, man.
Toby, you like this
I
one?
like a horror.
Yeah, you like. Oh, you like this. You find it funny. It's a funny horror.
Oh, you're gonna have to give us a little clue.
It's the one
who's in
where
it?
you. Okay, well, it's the one where you like preempt the death.
Oh, Sylvan Destination.
Yeah, final destination. Yeah.
Nice,
Oh,
nice.
my God. That is literally impossible.
That's tough.
Okay, Steven Gerrard. This one's so bad. Steven Gerrard.
We're terrible at this.
It's
No, but
fucking
I think
hard.
these are terrible.
I think these are terrible and hard.
Yeah.
There is where you die. What night?
Stephen Graveyard.
Yeah,
No,
Oh
exactly.
my
That's not
God.
our fault, man. These
aren't
are
puns.
horrendous.
These aren't even puns.
They're so bad.
This is, I don't even know where you've packed these out.
Yeah.
I found some article online and it was just quite dead. Yeah. Pablo Zabaleta.
Pablo Zabaleta, man. What is that going to be?
It's so bad.
What is this?
Think of they're living, but they're not living, but they're alive.
Pablo Zombileta.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking God. The state of this.
Mate,
The state of
this is the worst blast from the past
Yeah.
we've ever had.
Oh God.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
This is a blast from the arse.
Yeah, this
It's terrible.
This is a big
thought-
pile of shit.
I thought I'd
Oh,
spice
a
it
pile
up.
of Danny Shittu.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
I thought I'd spring out some Halloween magic.
No, I'm enjoying them. They are awful, but they're good.
Yeah, well, you know, I think that's it really.
Oh, is that run out? Okay.
Yeah. There's one. Oh, no, there is one more. Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Ibrahimovic.
Yeah,
nice.
Mate, you've come
He's
in
good,
clutch.
he's
You've come in
good.
clutch at
He
the
will
end
take
there.
some of
Yeah,
them.
that's
You've come in
that's
clutch
it.
at the end there.
I mean, there was also Sammy and Nasty.
Sammy Nasty. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, that's all my.
No, that's great. That was great.
Sammy.
We've gone from Yaya Toure, Ronaldinho, Joe Cole to that.
Craig Bellamy.
Some great
Legends
players.
of the game.
Well, you know what? I was trying
To a legendary game.
to spice up.
No, I like the spice. It was
bit
good.
of Halloween magic.
Yeah. Well, let's we can crack on with some Halloween chat. To be fair, we got some more time. We've got some more time to talk to people because everyone's listening. Obviously, at this point. What is your go-to sort of Halloween then tradition then, Mr. Pirates? Put you on the spot. X marks the spot.
I mean, I don't really have a tradition. My family don't love me, so I don't have a tradition.
He dresses like a pirate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. This is a tradition.
All I do is
This is a Monday.
I commit to the outfit always,
Okay.
and like you know what? Yeah.
Has anyone ever done apple bobbing? Has anyone ever
Maybe
done
as a
that?
kid. Maybe
Have you ever
Yeah.
done that in your
Yeah.
life? Because I swear that's like a super American thing. Does anyone actually
I
do
feel like
that?
I've been
done
at like
it.
a Halloween party when I was a kid and done it. Yeah.
Is it hard?
It's when
It's
you're a
hard.
kid. Yeah. When you're a kid.
When you got baby teeth and they just
Yeah.
come out when you're doing it, then probably they're a bit more.
and you have to like, but you basically just like smash your head in and then use the bowl to like grab it into it.
What are your thoughts on toffee apples?
They're quite teeth break vibes. I don't know if I
I know what you
vibe
mean.
them.
I was always scared by them, but I quite like them as well.
Yeah, but you have a sweet tooth.
Yeah, I have a very sweet tooth. Halloween was a good time for me growing up.
Did you trick or treat a lot?
I
Like,
still do now, mate.
I think I've trick or treated
I'm going
maybe
off this pod.
twice in my life.
No, as a kid we did, and then you get to a certain age where you think you're really fucking sick, and you're like, let's just knock on their house and run.
Yeah.
Oh, did you do the Kevin Nolan?
Kevin Nolan.
You knock on a house and do a chicken dance. You know, no one's done a Kevin Nolan.
Who on earth has ever done a Kevin Nolan?
You've
Pickering has done a Kevin Nolan. I'm telling
You
you
made
now.
that one up.
Oh, no, look it up. Oh, is it Kevin Nolan? You knock on a house.
No, it's more of an Adebayo for me, just full on sprint.
Yeah.
Get out of
Just
there.
get out of there.
Oh, yeah.
Nowhere to be
Then-
seen. Disappear.
Exactly. But yeah, no, trick or treating. It's good fun. I can't believe I've only done it twice. You must
I
have done it.
don't think I've ever done it.
What? Why?
That's unlike you.
Free chocolate as a kid.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think I've ever done it.
I don't know. I feel like you went with like mates. You just go around people's house.
Yeah, I'm
Nah,
surprised you didn't go
probably-
with your like bro or something.
I'd have to go with my brother probably, but then we were just like, nah.
Nah.
Rather just play football, watch football or something.
Yeah. Do you guys even leave pumpkins out anymore?
No.
I don't even. I find it quite sad that I don't know because I quite like. Like I said, I like a horror. I like Halloween.
This guy's a Christmas tradition.
I'm
Christmas-
not religious, but I'm a
Halloween.
Christmasist. I'm a Halloweenist.
Yeah, you like your things.
You like
Yeah.
your festivals.
Yeah, I do. I'm quite
But
Americanized.
you also like your Halloween movies. what is your apparently Terrifier 2?
Oh my god!
Have you seen it?
I watched it last night.
Oh my god! Apparently it's so bad.
That is one of the most disgusting. That is probably the most disgusting film I've ever seen.
Because we watched one and like
we watched one.
Well, how old were we? 21?
That would have been I think
22.
Halloween. It would have probably been like this day 4 years ago.
2008.
It would have been 2018 when we were in fourth year.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like we watched it on Halloween.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
we did. Okay, so 4 years ago today we watched Terrifier 1. That is one of the most. It's a shit film, but there's one scene that's absolutely disgusting. Where we can go into detail with this. We're not going to get cancelled, but some woman's like strung up by this clown. This clown sucks. He's like I don't think you watched it, but he's like a mime, and he's just spooky as fuck. It's worth looking up who he is, but he like has this woman strung up, legs open, and hacksaws down the middle,
and you see
everything.
Everything.
You're like, this is fucking horrendous.
I actually never ever watch horror movies.
No, you're
ever.
not a horror man. No.
Nah.
But yeah, the second one came out and curiosity outweighed my fear. And last night I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll watch the second one. And there wasn't any scenes as bad as that, but there was one that was kind of up there, and it was like quite consistently throughout pretty ridiculous. Like really outrageous stuff.
It is. I just remember thinking like, if I watched that as a kid, which you do,
Oh,
you watch
I'd be
Harry as a
fucked.
kid, yeah,
Exactly. I liked
like,
horror
I
as a
always
kid.
said like I was getting like I had to permanently delete it. Like I can't remember any of it. Like when you're talking about that scene, it took me like a bit to remember.
I
'cause
reckon
I've, like,
anyone who's seen that film, if you went that clown, they'd know. They'd immediately like.
Yeah.
It's one of those films that sticks with you. Like he stuck with me. That clown fuck. He's a bit booky, but he's got potential. He could be a big horror icon. Could be a legend of the game. You know. In the
I don't think there's not so much storytelling in
There's
it.
This one had a bit more storytelling, so it was a little bit better. But it was like 2 odd hours of clown. There's only so much clown you can do. It's it was brutal.
You get enough clowns on the field pitch on the
exactly.
weekend, yeah.
Exactly. You don't watch horrors.
No, that's not my vibe. I just find them a bit.
You like crime thrillery kind of thing.
Yeah, I just find them a bit boring.
Like Seven's on the cusp of horror.
Yeah,
That's a good film.
that's
That's a
like
good film,
gripping.
yeah.
I always find that horror is just the storylines are just so boring.
They are shit, but I think that's partly the point.
That's I know. I totally get that, but it's just not for me.
Fair
not
enough.
for me.
Yeah, but it was a grim watch. But we'll wrap it there. We'll let everyone enjoy their Halloween and go trick or treating.
That's enough Halloween waffle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We're
We're not the waffling podcast, are we?
No.
No, we're way better than that.
Yeah, they're done, aren't they?
Are they?
I think they're stopped.
They packed it in.
Theo's got his pitch side, hasn't he? But yeah, we'll leave it there. Enjoy your Halloweens, even though this will come out in November. But
Yeah, we've got Champions League games to look forward to, even though when you watch or listen to this,
it will be during the Champions League.
it'll be during.
And then you've got Bonfire Night next week, so, burn your Guy Fawkes. Not Guy. Were you named after Guy Fawkes out of interest? Just because, I don't mean, this is just a random question, I don't know why I'm bringing it up on air, but your name's Guido on something, isn't it?
On my TikTok it is, yeah.
Yeah, and Guy Fawkes was actually Guido Fawkes.
He was Spanish, wasn't he?
Yeah, I didn't know that. And
What?
it made me realise, I was like, is Guy named after Guy Fawkes?
So my birthday was originally, I was due on the 5th of November, and my parents were going. No, my parents were going to call me Guy Fawkes and then my surname.
Wow.
No banter. Even though Guy was always going to be my name, but they were going to put Fawkes if I was the 5th
Just
of
to wind you
November.
up.
But then I was actually born 12 days late, so it didn't work out.
So it's not.
So instead, my middle name was Emmanuel, which is, as we discovered today, after Emmanuel Petit, who is my dad's favourite player.
And perhaps, a premonition of an Arsenal great that we've covered in Blast from the Past.
Perhaps.
Indeed.
But yeah, we'll leave you there. It's been enough waffle. But yeah, enjoy your Halloweens, enjoy your bonfire nights, enjoy all that stuff. Make sure to subscribe, turn those bells on, give us a like, give us a rating, do all that good stuff. See you guys next week.
Peace out.
Yar.